what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet.
Is it?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are, or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. Whatever's going on with you.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumalene incident?
I think so. Savannah and I were... But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't... But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to...
This is...
I know. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? Firstly, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened. Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanna... Good. Now, back to Savannah.
I have my suspicions.
What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier...
Now that you mention it, but the difference...
Still, so many times I've seen her make the cake base. Oh,
Yeah, thinking back...
she wants to prove, but after count, and at some point...
doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine.
Oh, for goodness.
Of course. Then, seeing how...
There's still... She might not be...
You'd think...
New head chef, you said? I wonder...
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't... Hey, did you hear me? Once...
All this time, I've been blaming...
I sincerely apologize. Let's give up...
In that case, I'll go and update for...
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long...
Oh, nice! Macarons?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distance. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about... But what those poets don't know, when's the lead goose? So the truth is that leadership, with all... I guess what... Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredient, of course some people have a more I'd have no reason to expect... And come...
Why are we here so early? Check on her? Oh no, Escoffier.
I'm fine. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of
Coffee. 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 Strong, bitter coffee. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it. But make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get... Wait.
I'll save it for whenever.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yesterday.
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing, only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hôtel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places.
Wait Of course! From the Codex! They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures. Yeah, but... I don't understand. The adventure...
The Codex de Bord?
Seriously?
Ugh!
Hold on.
It sounds like...
Retrieve so the cooking...
She's...
This... First, we thought that Savannah...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two together as even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your...
Even the most unassuming ingredients can produce astounding flavor. But unlocking that potential takes a keen sense of smell, a refined palate, and an open mind. An important part of cooking is making sure the ingredients absorb the flavors in the dish. To that end, a chef must be able to wield a knife with the same level of precision as a surgeon. Practice makes perfect.
Whoa! This place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the... Oh, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's...
We prepared a banquet for our...
We have to... See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never...
There's no time for that.
Wait,
A little amuse-bouche!
beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question.
Yes, we can...
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow. better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. Ugh, so annoying. An inspired mirage! Cha! Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one.
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident.
Ha! Don't... You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the... So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story. He offered Modestus... He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle
I am no Savelli.
Oh, you didn't show any remorse when she left.
You're right.
Ooh.
I somehow doubt that.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is...
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You. I saw your dumb...
No.
You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain too.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You gotta... You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for...
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica!
Escoffier?
Ugh, look...
You can't!
Stay back if you... Escoffier...
Mom...
Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais...
Are you...
He and Savelli. We're talking about a... That's right.
Well, you...
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on...
Wait, what?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier.
Uh-oh. Savannah's going to...
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward.
That's true.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. Adaptive frosting! The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. Probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Busted. Take it easy.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. It seems to really like the texture of Rome Maritime flowers.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Quietly now.
I never knew you could process Lumitol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitols and Romaritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
That's strange. These
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe you're...
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's deaf and... Darn it! Paimon was just about to...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was...
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last been. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, the treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on... He was praised as a genius. Modeste tried his best to console. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends. I told myself that maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of... Unfortunately...
So it was...
I always thought it...
In that case, what does that...
The taste of gâteau being the perfect... But as he baked and taste tested, it was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses. In hindsight, it made, over the course of his the finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again. Finally, and because we had become estranged, I cannot... Yet despite everything, he sent me his...
The treasure of Remoria? Guess
Also...
Modeste told me did he hope I would gain... But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books. I cannot. I will do what I'm... It may lead him. I would rather the final loose end is the evidence here. At the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be...
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
The treasure of Remor... Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure... Oh, it's...
Monica?
Escoffier?
Savelli? So he came here...
This can't be happening. All that.
Monica?
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise me, you barbarian.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out! Bring it! Let her great names echo! Rise with the sun! A dash of frosting!
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho! You're a psycho!
When did you wake up?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Venejem!
What did you
We had to do...
It was my fault. Escoffier had to leave. Come back, Escoffier.
Okay, so...
Huh?
If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right.
Things were pretty...
Our customers know at the end of...
No,
Well, about that...
It's been a while, chefs.
Firma? I'm so sorry, but...
Actually,
Huh?
We thought Firmin's... And as it turns out,
No way!
it can. A small...
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking,
There's...
You mean...
Oh, so that's why Savannah...
Let's not be too quick to... So you better make sure you reflect...
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it just...
It's because the heating element...
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed all the ovens in the... I would have figured it out the day of the bake...
No. I spent so long trying... It all comes back to one simple...
Oh, do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! And you've been head chef now for what? 6? You clearly have no idea, genius or not. You're only a... Surely you have...
I...
That's...
Ha-ha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hotel de Bord kitchen anytime.
What a perfect ending to a crazy journey.
So you got your mojo back?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand your...
But, right, and...
So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today, right now.
Hey, so, this whole...
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! Alert! Oh yeah, look at that!
Now where were we? I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Bois had... So I decided...
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Niue. And she has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be... Case in point. Remember those...
What?
And the other half?
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your...
In the meantime...
All right!
Oh, of course.
Surely, Mom, she practically dedicated her...
Since you mentioned the treasure, the so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorian...
Huh?
Don't forget. And as for the loom, even if Savelli...
So after all, feels strange to say about Paimon.
Hey! Huh? You just got back from... Did you see any experts say...
Wait!
If all...
have lost myself long ago. I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is... Taming the beast within is tougher.